And look what happened to our country. Probably 20 million people. And you know, that's a little bit... He's going down!
But the bottom line is that the Trump rally was a rally that he should have been able to can be conducted peacefully without any problem. But the idea that there's political violence or violence in America like this is just unheard of. It's just not appropriate.
A local officer actually encountered the suspect on the top of that building that he's accused of shooting from, climbed up onto the roof. This was after being flagged down by bystanders who saw that suspect climb up there, and that officer apparently went up onto the roof, and the suspect pointed his rifle at the officer, and that officer reportedly retreated, giving the suspect the opportunity to shoot his rifle at former President Trump.
There was a 0% chance that some random person with a rifle was able to scale a roof, unless there was just an unbelievable failure in intelligence. And you want to know why it's unbelievable? Because I don't effing believe it. I don't believe it.
So just like we all expected, this whole drama surrounding the assassination attempt on Donald Trump got everyone acting insane and dividing the country even more. The sheer number of conspiracy theories that have exploded in just the past few days is off the charts. Y'all, everyone's got to take, and the internet is basically on fire with speculation. So folks on Biden's team are out here saying that Trump allegedly staged the whole thing to rally support for his campaign and make himself look like a victim of those crazy liberals. But on the flip side, Trump's loyal followers are screaming conspiracy too. They're convinced that this was an inside job orchestrated by the deep state to take Trump out of the running and secure a win for Biden. Now, to be fair, even if you're not usually into conspiracy theories, you've got to admit there are some seriously fishy details about this whole incident that just don't make sense, so buckle up because I'm about to break it all down for you.
Thoroughly investigating what happened to anyone else in the audience. We have some reports, but not final reports. And every agency in the federal government, I'm going back to my phone to speak with the federal agencies that are being put together again to give me an updated briefing. Has anything happened? They learned any more in the last couple hours.
Okay, first, let's talk about Joe Biden's reaction to the incident that took place on July 13th at Trump's rally in Pennsylvania. So, according to NBC News, within an hour of the first shots being fired in an attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump, President Joe Biden was already briefed on the situation. He immediately drafted a written statement to condemn the attack and even tried to call Trump. And sources are saying this quick response on Saturday was quite out of character for the White House, which usually takes more time to react to crisis. But a Biden aide explained to NBC that the quick response was intentional. Apparently, Biden wanted to make it absolutely clear how seriously he was taking the assassination attempt on his opponent. This is a commander-in-chief moment, Biden's aide said. He wants to reduce the temperature. And then on Sunday night, Biden gave an Oval Office address to the nation, only his third since taking office, where he condemned the attempted assassination on Trump and promised to use every resource available to get to the bottom of what happened.
All the agencies in the federal government as the situation, based on what we know now. I have tried to get a hold of Donald. He's with his doctors. Apparently he's doing well. I plan on talking to them shortly, I hope, when I get back to the telephone. Look, there's no place in America for this kind of violence. It's sick. It's sick. It's one of the reasons why we have to unite this country. We cannot allow for this to be happening. We cannot be like this. We cannot condone this. And I want to thank the Secret Service and all the agencies, including the state agencies, that have engaged in making sure that the people and we have more detail to come relative to other people maybe injured in the audience. I don't have all that detail. We'll make that available to you. I may be able to come back a little later tonight, but we'll put out a statement if I'm not able to if it's not convenient for you all. But the bottom line is, the Trump rally was a rally that he should have been able to be conducted peacefully without any problem. But the idea that there's political violence or violence in America like this is just unheard of. It's just not appropriate. And everybody must condemn it. Everybody. I'll keep you informed, and if I am able to speak to Donald, I'll let you know that as well. But so far, it appears he's doing well, number one. Number two, that they're thoroughly investigating what happened to anyone else in the audience. We have some reports, but not final reports. And every agency in the federal government, I'm going back to my phone to speak with the federal agencies that are being put together again to give me an updated briefing. Has anything happened? They learned any more in the last couple hours. So thank you very much, and I hope I get to speak to them tonight, and I'll get back to you if I do, okay?
But despite Biden's promises and well wishes, a lot of Trump supporters are blaming him for what happened. And some are even calling the assassination attempt an inside job. But Biden's supporters are equally skeptical, and they're even alleging that Trump himself and his team staged the incident to paint Trump as an American martyr. Just minutes after the news broke that a man now identified as 20-year-old registered Republican Thomas Matthew Crooks had tried to assassinate Trump, the word staged shot up at the second highest trending topic on X, with over 2 million posts using the term. So why do so many Biden supporters believe the whole incident was staged and that Trump faked his injury? Well, first of all, people are saying it's extremely bizarre how the Secret Service was slow to react, and they even allowed Trump to pose for a campaign photo before getting him off the stage. I mean, at that point, the agent still didn't know if the coast was clear, and for all they knew, there could have been more active. Someone on X said, why are the Secret Service not covering Trump's head? Because he can post for photo ops. It's all fake and staged. And then another person wrote, listen, I'm no conspiracy theorist. I'm an almost 60-year-old attorney who has spent my entire adult life paying close attention to American politics and world events. Trump is a criminal. Trump will do anything to stay out of prison, a staged assassination attempt included. And can we talk about the crowd's reaction behind Trump? These people were literally in the line of fire, and they just witnessed Trump supposedly get, and yet, no one is ducking or trying to run away whenever there's in a crowded place. People naturally scatter and look for cover, but these folks are just sitting there smiling and cheering Trump on like nothing even happened. Now, I'm not making any claims. I'm just telling you what the internet is buzzing about. A lot of people are saying the reaction of the crowd behind Trump was very odd, and they seemed too calm, considering they had just witnessed an assassination attempt. One used shared a photo of the crowd and said the crowd sitting directly behind Trump are remarkably calm after this. I saw one guy smiling, another calmly stood up to photograph it. Wouldn't you be flat on the floor? I don't know. And someone else wrote, notice how the crowd behind him just ducked for a second, then casually sat back down. Because yeah, that's how people react when someone is at the guy right in front of them. Also, let's not forget that an innocent rallygoer was also shot and killed in front of all these people. And yet they're just sitting there laughing and cheering Trump on. And then there's also the fact that they climbed onto a roof just about 400 feet away from the Secret Service snipers on the roof behind Trump. And all this happened in broad daylight, so how on earth could the Secret Service snipers not be able to spot a man with a rifle climbing on the roof directly across from them, especially when that same man was spotted by many in the crowd? In fact, one person who spotted the shoe actually alerted one of the officers on the ground, but apparently his warning was ignored. That's sending shockwaves to every one of the rallies. So let's get back to hearing from that man in the crowd who claims he saw the suspected shooter before the shots were fired and tried to report it to law enforcement.